you and I talked about how important it is to demonstrate your knowledge of the things that are important to your high-end clients. And so, yes, responsiveness is one,
Mm.
but there's all sorts of things that we need to be knowledgeable about. So, let's talk about some of those things, Jack, that you brought up that come up in your purview.
Well, there's a long laundry list of items you could go through, but right off the top of my head, the clients that we're typically dealing with, this is probably true of most of our colleagues across the country. A lot of them are golfers, a lot of them are world travelers, a lot of them are yacht. They have yachts. They're into water sports and boating, and they're into a lot of things that are typically time consuming and they're expensive, and they're things that the ordinary guy on the street may not have the time or the finances to do or do frequently, and our clients do. And so, for example, I'm not a golfer. Okay, so I don't pretend to be a golfer. I know where the premier golf courses are located. That's important. I know who the golf pros are and how to get in contact with them. So when I have a client that we talk to that I know golf is important, you know what's important to me is that I'm able to connect my client with somebody who can educate them about the course that they're interested in or the country club that they're interested in. I don't have to be a member of that country club to be a great resource for my clients, and I don't have to own a yacht to be a great resource to my clients. I love boating, but there's a lot of clients, a lot of agents I know who are afraid of the water. They don't go out in the water, but they can still be wonderful resources for their clients who love boating or have yachts or want to have a yacht or whatever. And so I think that it's important for us, and that's what the expectation is. Most luxury brokers have been doing this for quite a while. You don't typically enter the field of real estate and jump right into luxury and become a luxury expert. Um, and so what comes with that is we build a resource of people that we can partner with and introduce our clients to, and that's the type of experience or boutique experience that they're looking for, that personal introduction, that they're talking to the right person who can help answer their questions when they're new to the area.
And you phrased that nicely when we were talking a working knowledge of all things luxury, right? And that
Hmm.
gets developed over time. But in the training, we emphasize the fact that you don't have to live the same lifestyle as your wealthy
Right.
clients in order to be successful. And so, how can realtors learn all of those things and build the kind of relationships that we're talking about? I mean, I think about the idea that someone who is a golf pro or membership rep at an exclusive club or a yacht broker, they would benefit in having a relationship with us because we're introducing them to potential new club members or
Absolutely.
clients. And so how do you build those relationships? I think about this from the point of view of our listeners who aren't necessarily as experienced and who want to build those relationships.
There's a lot of ways to do it. I know I had a client a few months ago who the proximity to a gym or workout facility with very specific, training opportunities was a critical piece to them. And so they said, "Hey, the neighborhood that we're interested in, what are the closest gyms? What's a membership like? And can I go out and try that gym out while I'm here?" Well, as it turns out, the particular gym they wanted to be a part of didn't allow guests to come into that gym unless they were accompanied by an existing member. But I was a member of a different gym, and they wanted to go to this one. So I made a point to reach out to the general manager, and I told them who I was and the clientele we typically work with, and we worked out an arrangement that anytime we have clients who want to come to their location, they would waive those rules entirely and say, "Yeah, we'll be glad to do a meet and greet. Just bring them to the gym. We'll do the introduction. They'll give them the tour and take it from there." And I think that's really what our clients are looking for. They're new to the area. They want us to be the gateway to all things the experiential, to experience this new community, this new area, whether they've already made the commitment to come here or whether they're just simply exploring the Nashville area or wherever our colleagues across the country are. We have buyers who are exploring the area who want to get to know all things about the area for somebody who runs in that circle.